had just jumped off a stage prop during her performance of The Man. When Travis noticed something was wrong, she looked hurt. "Oh my gosh, she needs some help," he said. That emotional moment was the real reason Travis Kelce ended up on stage with Taylor Swift at the TU concert. On Wednesday, June 25th, during the latest episode of his hit podcast New Heights, Travis shared the true story that left fans and the media completely stunned. What many believed was a romantic planned walk-on turned out to be totally unexpected and incredibly heartfelt. It was completely unplanned, Travis revealed with a soft laugh. "I didn't think I'd be on stage that day. I was just going to hand her a towel and a water bottle, but things quickly changed as Taylor needed support." Travis was pulled up onto the stage in front of thousands. His brother, Jason Kelce, burst into laughter and asked, "What do you mean? Didn't you have a romantic plan?" Travis shook his head and smiled. "Seriously, no," he said. The moment when they walked hand in hand under the bright lights now feels even more meaningful to fans around the world. What was seen as a sweet couple's moment actually came from love, concern, and a bit of chaos behind the scenes. That mix of emotions, love, surprise, and honesty turned an ordinary act into something unforgettable. Now, fans are seeing that touching moment through a whole new lens. Not only did Travis support Taylor during one of her biggest shows, but he also reminded the world why real love often shows up in the most unplanned, raw moments of all. The moment Travis Kelce gently wrapped his arms around Taylor's waist, and she rested her head on his shoulder, became a new symbol of real love for fans everywhere. But it was born from a quiet moment of worrying. Travis said Taylor had hurt her ankle, but didn't tell anyone because she didn't want to ruin the show or make the crowd worrying. She kept going, dancing under the hot Nashville lights for almost 3 hours straight. "I could see it in her eyes," Travis shared on the New Heights podcast. "She just needed a little peace, to feel safe and loved in the middle of all the noise." When he saw her struggling backstage, he simply walked over and asked if she was okay. That's when she grabbed his hand and pulled him up on stage. There was no script, no plan, just love. Jason Kelce couldn't believe it. "You mean that wasn't planned at all?" he asked. 100% random, Travis laughed. "She just asked, if I pull you up, will you go? And I said, if it helps you feel better, why not?" Jason, still shocked, asked, "What about when you grabbed the mic and thanked the crowd?" Travis just shook his head. That wasn't planned either. Fans around the world were touched, realizing the moment wasn't about a big show, it was about showing up. That split second of holding hands under the spotlight became much more than a performance. It reminded people that love doesn't need big gestures, it just needs to be there when it counts. And in a world full of staged moments, that one small act felt completely real. "No, I'm a real-life cameo," Travis smiled. "And I'm proud to be backstage, as long as Taylor knows I'm there for her, whether on stage, in the crowd, or in life." That sweet closing line from Travis Kelce became the emotional heart of his latest podcast with brother Jason Kelce, where he opened up about the now viral moment on stage with Taylor Swift. He shared how he quickly borrowed a mic from a band member and said a few words to thank the Nashville crowd. "It's Taylor's second home," he said, "and now it's mine too." That small action turned into a huge moment. Fans didn't just see a boyfriend supporting his partner, they saw a man quietly making history. Travis didn't try to steal the spotlight, yet somehow ended up winning hearts across the world. The video of him stepping on stage with Taylor spread fast, with millions of views and comments praising his quiet strength, care, and how he made Taylor feel safe. When asked if he'd do it again, Travis laughed, "Only if she pulls me again. Otherwise, I'll stay backstage, towel in hand, cheering like a true fanboy." Jason teased him, saying Taylor should add him to the setlist with a cameo on Lover or You Belong With Me. Travis blushed and waved it off, but fans are already calling him the best kind of surprise guest. Later in the episode, Jason discussed how big artists like Taylor Swift are now changing how people see stadiums, once just for football, now shared with massive music events. Travis may be known for touchdowns, but this time, his biggest impact came from simply showing up for someone he loves. That night at the TU concert wasn't just about the music, it was about presence, care, and love shown in the quietest, most real way. I've seen Travis at the top of the Super Bowl, Jason said, but I've never seen him shine like he did standing beside Taylor that day. That quiet moment between them, no words, just eye contact and gentle gestures, was enough to make the stage feel alive. Jason shared how even their mom, Donna Kelce, called after the show and simply said they look so happy. With concerts like the era's ultimate, stadiums aren't just for football anymore, they're becoming places of emotion, connection, and powerful memories. People are showing up not just for the music or the game, but for the heart behind it all. Taylor, with her strength and honest message, has become a symbol of that feeling. Jason reflected on how fans first started hearing Taylor's name more often on ESPN after she went public with Travis. We used to joke about Swifties taking over the NFL. He laughed, but now I see it differently. It's not a takeover, it's a blend. He said the NFL is learning from Taylor how to tell a story, how to move people, and how to turn moments into symbols that stay with you. Like the one where Taylor took the stage in Nashville. Jason didn't hide how proud he was of his younger brother, praising Travis not just for being a great athlete, but for being present, loving, and real. And that's what struck so many people. Travis didn't need to say anything flashy. He just stood beside Taylor, and that simple act said it all. Stadiums might still echo with cheers and touchdowns, and honestly, I couldn't disagree because everything about that moment felt real. In this chapter of their journey, what made the podcast truly unforgettable was Travis Kelce's reaction as he shared how it all unfolded behind the scenes. When Jason asked how it felt seeing Taylor walk on stage and reach for his hand, Travis laughed and admitted, "I thought I was dreaming, but when I saw her smile, I knew it was real." He went on to explain how none of it was planned. Taylor simply looked at him, smiled, and walked onto the stage. "I've never seen an audience react so strongly," he said, still sounding amazed. Jason interrupted with a grin. "So you weren't acting?" Travis laughed again and replied, "Nope, but after that night, maybe I should try Broadway." The podcast took a deeper turn as fans flooded the internet with emotional reactions. One person tweeted, "This is my Super Bowl. Taylor walked on like she was scoring the game-winning touchdown." Another NFL fan commented, "I never thought I'd cry at a Taylor Swift concert. Thank you, Travis, for bringing us here." As the story unfolded further, Taylor, the 35-year-old global pop icon, showed up at Travis's Tight Ends and Friends concert and surprised everyone by performing for the first time since her tour break. When she stepped onto that stage, music and football met in a way that felt powerful, emotional, and completely unforgettable. On Tuesday, June 24th, Taylor Swift lit up the stage and hearts alike as she performed "Shake It Off" for a thrilled audience at Tight End University. While the crowd roared with excitement, Swift's gaze stayed fixed on Travis Kelce, watching with pride as he led the event. He co-founded his summer training camp built to help Tight Ends grow through drills, film study, recovery, and teamwork. She looked every bit in love, quietly admiring the man in his element. According to a source speaking to People magazine, Taylor enjoys nothing more than watching Travis shine, and she simply glows when he's around. The Grammy winner stayed close to Travis throughout the night, laughing, chatting, and warmly engaging with those attending. The moment was even more special since it followed their charming red carpet debut the night before. At the camp's opening night ceremony, Swift sweetly dedicated her performance to the players, saying, "We'd like to dedicate this to our favorite players, the tight ends." That heartfelt shout-out included none other than Travis, her favorite player on and off the field. The camp, created by Kelce, isn't just a place for athletes to train, it's become a space for inspiration, connection, and now a setting where one of music's biggest stars showed love in the most unforgettable way. Tight End University hosted a major concert at the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville on Tuesday night, featuring top country stars like Kane Brown and Chase Rice, but the biggest surprise of the night was Taylor Swift herself. According to People, Swift arrived with Travis Kelce and then stunned everyone by jumping on stage with Kane Brown to perform her iconic 2014 anthem. "Shake It Off." The energy in the room instantly exploded. Before singing, she looked out at the crowd and said, We'd like to dedicate this to our favorite players, the tight ends. Fans in the crowd and online were left speechless, unable to believe the moment was real. Only Taylor could pull that off so perfectly, one fan commented. Another added, "She's just so real, can you imagine Michael Jackson doing that?" Never, another joked, "Welcome back to the Eras Tour." Swift's casual charm and spontaneous appearance added a magical spark to the event, and sources say she's now eagerly anticipating the 2025 NFL season alongside Travis.